Oh my gosh, guys. Like, I am so mother flipping exhausted. When I tell you we got our asses handed to us last night at work, sis, handed to us. I was supposed to vlog these next couple of shifts. That didn't happen because it was rough. First of all, we were short. Well, was we short staffed yesterday? No, we wasn't short staffed yesterday, but today we were actually staffed, but they pulled one of our nurses, which made us short staffed. So, yeah, things just hit the fan. It was a whole mess, but, it is what it is, and I am tired. So I have literally been up since 3 p.m. yesterday. It is 8:12 a.m. today, and I am on my way to a baseball tournament because my son's baseball tournament starts at 9 o'clock. So I have to drive to meet them at the baseball tournament, and I'm tired. And excuse me, I had a seltzer drink, and now I got the burps. So his first game is at 8. No, his first game is at 9, but they got to be there by 8:30. And then I don't know what time his second game is. And then my husband has a football game tonight for the semi-pro football team that he coaches. So I told him already, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that game because sis is tired. I went and got both of us Starbucks. So here's mine, and then this is his, and I got me a cheese Danish because I'm tired. And if I don't drink caffeine, I'm not gonna make it. Palpitations or not. Oh, child was shaky. I might get a couple of palpitations, but it is what it is. It'll be okay. So this triggered a conversation that we're gonna chit chat car chit chat vlog about, whatever. First of all, yes, this is my stethoscope here. You guys seen it on my white coat, but you can also wear it on your jackets, your work jacket, your scrub top, your hoodie, whatever you wear to work. I usually just wear t-shirts and a scrub jacket. So I have my silver one there, and then I also have my silver heartbeat necklace on as well. So check that out, jasmineg.com. But anyways, this triggered the topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is nurse burnout. For you guys that don't know, I do work part-time, and I work part-time for my own sanity. Nursing is a very hard profession. It is so tough. It is mentally, physically, and emotionally draining. You have some really good days, and then you have some really not so good days, and it's hard. And those not so good days, it has nothing to do with like your patients as far as like their attitudes, but it can be a combination of their attitudes put together with their condition. You can just have really sick patients, and you work so hard to try to make them better, and sometimes no matter what you do, it just does not work. And then sometimes you have those days where you're just short staffed. There's not enough nurses for the amount of patients or for how sick these patients are, or you are working with not as experienced nurses, which makes it difficult because not only do you have to take care of your patients, but you have to make sure that you're available to answer their questions so that way they can take care of their patients the best way that they can. So when I tell you it's just emotionally draining, sometimes it is, and it causes what we call nurse burnout. You work, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you only work 3 days and you're off for 4. It doesn't really work like that. So for this week, for instance, it was my weekend to work. Our week periods start over on Thursdays, so the end of our work week is Wednesdays. Don't ask me why it's that way. I have no idea. This is the first hospital that I worked for that is actually like that. So I literally worked Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So that is 4 days, and I go back to work, I believe, Tuesday. And I work night shifts, so that means I work Sunday night until Monday morning, Monday morning until Tuesday night, Thursday night until Friday morning, Friday night into Friday night until Saturday morning. Here we are Saturday morning, and now I'm on my way to a baseball game, because guess what? Life don't stop because of my work schedule. So it is very taxing and draining sometimes. On top of that, I do YouTube. On top of that, I'm in school. And on top of that, I have my own online business. So it can get really tough. And I know, a lot of people don't do as many things as I do, but just nursing in general can be very tough. And a lot of people are like, how do you prevent nurse burnout? Like, what do you do? How do you make, tough emotional job not as tough? Honestly, I haven't figured it out, but I do have some ways that can make it a little bit better. We do this self-scheduling schedule, which technically I'm using this because our whole scheduling process has since then changed. And I try to suggest the days that I work to be spread out. So I don't mind doing my 2 days in a row. So if I have to do my weekend, I can do my Friday and Saturday, or my Saturday and Sunday. Every once in a while, especially when school starts back, I will be doing Sunday, Mondays. But I like to schedule myself with enough time apart where I'm not working all my days back to back. I know a lot of people like to do that because it's like you get it over with, but sometimes you need a break from a tough assignment. Although it is continuation of care, times it is very tough to work 4 or 5 days in a row with the same group, especially if you have a really sick group that requires a lot of work. And then you are so exhausted on your days off, all you literally do is sleep. You sleep, and then by the time you recover, especially if you work night shift, by the time you recover, it's time to go back to work again, and you feel like you never left in the first place. So if there is a chance, try to separate your days. So if you have vacation time available, use it. That's what it is there for. I know a lot of people get caught up in the money aspect of nursing, and you just want to work and work because you want to make money and make money and make more money, which the money is nice. I'm not going to say that, but sooner or later, all of those shifts, especially the extra shifts, that shit catches up to you, and then you dread coming to work. Like, you are literally like, I don't know what I'm about to get myself into, and I am so tired, and I don't know if I have it in me to work another shift, even though the money is nice. Because once you start picking up extra shifts and you see that overtime pay hit that account like that, that check account hit different when it's overtime. So I know if you need it, and your lifestyle depends on it, and you have a whole family to feed and all this other stuff, then yes, do it when you can, but don't get so caught up in working so many extra shifts because you're going to burn out really, really fast. I definitely believe in taking vacation days, even if you have to take one vacation day. So say if you are scheduled to work, you have to work your weekend, and you're full time, so your weekend consists of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you are exhausted, take one of those weekend days and make it a vacation day. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to travel nowhere. You can literally do a staycation. You can do a self-care day at home. I really believe in self-care days. That's another thing you can do to prevent nurse burnout. Do self-care. You have to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people. So even if that means doing a facial at home, or going and getting yourself a massage, or doing a retail therapy day, going to get your nails and your hair done. If you're a guy, going to get a haircut, going to the gym, spending some time with your friends, going and having a girls' night. I highly believe in self-care days, like facials, anything, going just to get a pedi. You have to do things to take care of yourself, to make your mind mentally ready to deal with all the things you have to deal with, because you literally have people's lives in your hands. Look at these Amish people in their buggy. Why they got a brick thing in the front of their buggy? How do they see? I could barely see them. Anyway, I feel like sometimes I got ADD. Anyways, so like I was saying, definitely take some self-care days. Or just do things like develop a whole routine before you go back to work. Like, you have to have okay, before I go to work the next day, I'm going to make sure to meditate for 10 minutes the night before, pray, journal, whatever you choose to do. Me, I pray, I talk to God constantly, like, give me the strength, the courage, the endurance to endure what I gotta do today or tomorrow, whatever, you know, the case may be. Like, you know, I talk to God, you talk to whoever you believe in, whoever is your higher power. You know, people meditate, that's cool. Whatever you have to do to get yourself through, do that. Develop a routine, get your routine down, whatever is going to mentally help you prepare. One thing I also like to do, which I didn't do this week, which I felt it. I usually like to get to work like 10-15 minutes early and literally just sit in my car. I don't care if I have the music going, scrolling through Instagram, or my eyes closed, especially if I'm going back to a patient assignment that was very difficult for me the day prior. I will literally just sit in my car and just prepare myself. Sometimes I'll sit in silence. Sometimes I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to be in silence before I walk into chaos. So it's all about what works for you, but you have to do these little things to get yourself through these shifts, because they're hard. And you will have some really good shifts. Like earlier this week, I had a really good shift. I thought I was walking into a mess, and I got there and it turned out to be piece of cake, piece of pie. And I appreciate those days. Appreciate the days that are good days, because you don't always have good days. And you just have to be prepared. You have to know that this job is tough. Like, nursing school wouldn't be as hard as it was if nursing was as easy as people think that it is. If that's the case, everybody would be a nurse. Everybody would do it. It's a difficult job. Like, and it's never going to get easier. Even with the more experience you get, there are some things that will come second nature to you, but then you'll get hit with something you ain't never experienced before, and you feel like a freaking new grad all over again. That is just nursing. That is medicine. It is always changing. It is always evolving, and you have to be ready to change and evolve with it. You also have to be able to take the tough battles and all the rest of that stuff. You have to be prepared for. You have to be prepared for it. If you guys are interested in like my routine prior to like a shift, because I think I did like a work routine video, but I also have like this whole self-care relaxation regimen that I do before I go to work. And then I am also very meticulous about my work schedule, especially since I'm in school, because it's tough. I'm in school full time, and you know, school don't care about what my work schedule is. And work schedule, they try to be flexible around my my school schedule, but it's tough. It's a tough process. But when I'm at work, and I'm not thinking about school. I'm focusing on my job. So yeah, those are my tips. That's my spiel for today. If y'all want to see my relaxation routine and all that other stuff before I go knock out all my work shifts, please let me know and I'll do that. I'm on these country back roads, so I'm gonna go because the camera's gonna get really, really shaky. And until the next video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, absolutely free. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do a video. And until the next one, don't forget to stay boss up and conquer. Love you guys.